One of these days, she said, I'm going to pull myself together for a while and think, try to determine what character of a woman I am, for candidly, I don't know. This was a quote said by Edna Pontellier in the book The Awakening by Kate Chopin. Kate Chopin was born in 1850. She was the third of 5 children. Her sisters died in infancy, and her brother died in his 20s. Her great work was based on feminist movement, which was ahead of her time. Her father died, and she was raised by her mom, grandma, and great-grandmother. Her great-grandmother taught her life and female views in love, dreams, and imagination. My book is The Awakening by Kate Chopin, and the genre is romance novel and psychological fiction. In The Awakening, the main characters are Edna Pontellier, Léonce Pontellier, which is her husband, her 2 children, Robert Lebrun, and Arabin. The side characters are Mademoiselle Brie and Adele. Edna Pontellier is a housewife, and a mother. She never really fits in with the other characters. She was never a mother woman. She did love her children very much, but she didn't think that it would be necessary to give her life for them, or to give herself up for them. She starts noticing that she doesn't want to be controlled, and she starts feeling new things. The story takes place in Grand Isle in their summer vacation, where she meets Robert Lebrun. Robert Lebrun and Edna Pontellier go outside swimming every day. It was kind of a routine in Grand Isle with them too. After a while, in their summer vacation, Robert decides to suddenly leave to Mexico, which leaves Edna really depressed and sad and confused about her feelings. When they go back to New Orleans, the two have their normal house. Leon starts to notice that Edna is acting weird and not really going or doing what he wants her to do. He starts noticing that she isn't really taking care of the children and she's not doing her housewife chores. He then goes to the family doctor and he tells him everything that is happening. The family doctor just tells him to leave her alone and give her some time and that the mood will pass. Leon then decides to move to New York because of some business. After he moves to New York, he leaves Edna there because she wanted to. The kids are taken away by their grandmother, and Edna is left alone. After she is left alone, she decides that she doesn't want to stay in her house anymore. She doesn't want to be controlled, and she finds a new passion, which is painting. After she finds a new passion of painting, she goes visit Mademoiselle Rie, which is an old friend from Grand Isle, and she notices that Robert left her some letters talking about her. After that, Edna gets confused with her feelings again, and she really wants to move out. She then meets a guy named Arabin, which helps her express herself in her sexuality. When Robert comes back from Mexico, they accidentally meet. Edna then brings him to her apartment, and they start confessing their love to each other. After that, Edna's friend Adele is having labor for her 4th child. She has to go. Edna then leaves Robert in her apartment, but when she comes back, she doesn't find him anymore. Edna gets really depressed and sad, and she decides to go back to Grand Isle, where she later on swims away because of her passion at the sea. She wants to express herself by swimming and showing people that she can. She then drowns and dies. This is for the reader to understand or have a point of view about whether she did it on purpose or it was an accident. At the end, when she is swimming before she dies, she sees a bird. Some people think that the bird represents her freedom and that she was getting close to it. When this book was released, it was actually banned, and some people thought that it wasn't really appropriate because of his sexuality or how it becomes a thing of feminism and stuff. They thought that it wasn't supposed to be meant to be in schools. But now it is known as a classic because we can relate to this in our era, and we can know how people and how women started evolving and how they felt and how everything was just changing for the roles and the genders.